And Professor Ajay Kumar Dubey from the Center of African Studies from the Jawaharlal Nehru University joins us on the show now. Welcome, sir, to the program. First of all, can you shed some more light on the traditional ties between India and Angola?
Yes, India-Africa has an old relationship, as you heard the other person saying, that we have 40 years old of tie. But much before that, India had supported Angola in its fight against the colonial rule of Portugal. And as soon as Angola became independent, we established our relations by 1985. Our relationship is multifaceted, and we have a growing relationship. But in terms of India-Angola relation, we should also not forget that India's initiative towards Angola is part of its major initiative towards African continent, in which Angola is an important player. Its president currently is also the chairperson of African Union.
Okay, what about the Indian diaspora in Angola? Could you tell us something about their numbers and influence in that country and their, of course, enthusiasm regarding President Murmu's visit to Angola?
Around 7,000, that's the number that we have in Angola for Indian diaspora. They are in different sectors of economy. They are very active over there, and they are being supported by India's diaspora policy, which Prime Minister Modi has launched worldwide. And in these connections, the president visit to Angola is also being seen by Indian diaspora as an important step by India to reach out to them, to support through the diplomatic channels, and also to receive high-level visit, for which they are very excited.
Okay. President Droupadi Murmu will be holding bilateral talks with Angolan President Lourenço tomorrow. What subjects are likely to come up for discussion between the two leaders?
See, India and Angola have a growing trade. We have roughly around 5 billion plus trade with Angola. And this is in different areas. The most important area, of course, is hydrocarbon, where Angola is the second highest supplier to Indian hydrocarbon need, including LPG gas. Also, we have a great potential for diamond, which Angola produces, and we refines here. We are one largest diamond cutter in the world, so we need to explore over there. But much more important, I think, in my term, is that the current term of Angolan president as the chairperson of African Union, which India invited to be part of the G20, and through which India wants to promote the Global South Connect, also in Africa. The current chairperson is going to play an important role in organizing our initiative in Africa, including the India-Africa Forum Summit, which needs to be finalized, which is due for some time.
Okay, the energy sector has so far been a key area of cooperation between India and Angola. So will India be looking to especially boost its partnership with Angola in this sector during the visit of President Murmu?
Of course, it will. It is the second most important supplier from Africa to India in energy sectors. And there is great potential for increasing that to involve India in terms of oil exploration also, and to import more and more hydrocarbons product, including LPG, liquefied petroleum gas from there.
Okay, can we also expect agreements between India and Angola in the areas of investment and healthcare?
Yes, that's equally important area which needs to be explored. There is great potential. When President of Angola was here, the agreements were signed, and we expect that the president visit to Angola would now expedite those areas, and there would be increasing cooperation in health sector as well. Of course, we have ITEC program also, where we train large number of Angolan professionals in India. I think that program is also going to be expanded, and we look forward to greater engagement with Angola. But most important thing where one needs to focus is to engage people-to-people contact, to engage diaspora, to promote India's relation in Angola, which has not been done effectively in the past because of India's policy earlier. But now under Prime Minister Modi, this should get a boost that Indian diaspora should become a tool, a reach out to some of these African countries, including Angola and Botswana later on.
Okay, so India is India also likely to extend its cooperation to Angola in areas of space technology, considering ISRO's meteoric achievements there, and of course digital public infrastructure as well? What is your view?
Yes, yes, these are the area where India is trying to reach out to African countries, including in Africa. And one more area that is very important is defense sector cooperation. India is now a producer of arms and equipment, and these arms, military arms, are very cheap compared to the global pricing, and India would like to explore market for that, including in Angola, which is looking for this kind of cooperation.
Finally, sir, President Murmu's visit to Angola also reflects India's commitment to deepening strategic relations with the African continent as a whole. In this respect, is there something that India would be particularly interested in achieving during this visit of President Murmu?
Yes. As I said, the India cooperation with Africa is multi-tiered. It's at the African Union level, it's at the regional organization level, and it also works at bilateral level. The visit of Indian President to Angola will strengthen India-Africa ties at African Union level, because the President of Angola is currently the President of African Union, which is the highest body in African Union, where India needs a greater cooperation, which India invited to become a G20 membership. And in Global South Initiative, the President of Angola will be helpful in promoting India reach, connectivity with Global South, which is African continent as well.
Dubey, for your insights and analysis into our deeper engagement with the African continent. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you.